Welcome back to Switched to Linux. This is a brief overview of the LibreOffice Writer component, which is a free and open source software package inside of Linux. And this is the program that you can use if you happen to need a word processor or other Office type programs as a replacement, for example, for Word or for the Google Writer document. So this system here will replace Word for, I'd say, a greater than 99% of users. So you might have some super advanced power users out there of Word that may need some function that may or may not be inside of here. You just have to consult all of the online forums for things like that. But I wanted to do just a really quick walkthrough of this and show you that this is pretty much compatible with Microsoft Word. Now, if you've been using Word for a long time, you'll recognize that this does look more like the classic versions of Word, which still have the toolbar instead of the ribbon, which I really prefer this toolbar better than the ribbon because I can make sure that everything on here is exactly the stuff that I need. So rather than dig through the ribbons like I do on Word, like I have on one of my other production computers, this program here, I'm using LibreOffice, and I can actually customize all these toolbars. Now, it does look nice and colorful. I actually added this theme from the default Linux Mint, which we are on. So down here in the Tools, under Options, and under LibreOffice View, this is where you can change your icons. So I think the default in Linux Mint is something to this effect. And it looks a little bit more washed out, a little bit more plain. Some people really like this. Some people don't. I just thought it was a little bit too boring. And so I came down here under the options. Now I had to install this Galaxy theme. There's instructions for doing that. It's from a terminal, sudo apt-get install LibreOffice-Galaxy, I believe it was. You can look up the various themes that are available. So hit the OK there, and then you'll see here that you have some very nice, colorful icons up here. Just keeps things a little bit nice. So these toolbars can be fully customized. If you can see the spot over here where you can drag and drop the toolbar over on the left, if you right-click on that, you'll see it's a standard toolbar, and then we can actually customize the toolbar. And this is just like the old version of Word was before, where you can actually add the various components. So, some things are on here, some things aren't. If you want to do editing or whatever else, you can turn those on or off. So basically, you can just customize this as you like. If you want to add a new toolbar, I believe it's under, let's see. I looked up where all these guys were. I just cannot remember where everything is here right off the top of my head. There it is, under Toolbars. So you can, View Toolbars, you can select the toolbars that you would like to put on here. So if you hit a lot of these toolbars, you'll see will pop up down here at the bottom. And a lot of the reason why these are popping up at the bottom is certain functions that you do inside the document will cause the toolbar to automatically appear. For example, bullet lists. So if I just type in some text, so I'm just going to do a little sample bullet list. So just like you might just list everything out and then hit the bullets, you'll see now I get a toolbar down here which allows me to push the bullets whichever direction I want to go in. If I'm just wanting to work on one of them, I can just move those out like so. And then just like in Word, if you just hit the enter once, you'll get another bullet. If you hit it again, it jumps out. Some other older versions of LibreOffice have the option inside that toolbar to kick it over. And it might actually be in there. I just haven't customized this toolbar. I don't use this computer for quite as much writing at this time, although my other Ubuntu computer, I do use LibreOffice quite a bit more over there. But you can, just like on Word, you can adjust the fonts. There are several fonts here. You can install fonts onto the system as well. You can change our text colorations here. So pretty much anything that you could do inside of Word, you can do inside of here. You'll notice that the toolbar, if I'm on a bullet list, the toolbar for bullets automatically appears. If I leave that toolbar there, you'll see that the toolbar does vanish. I can select my various views, so multi-page views, single-page views, book views, and there are also the ability to put in headers, to do some other formatting. The other thing I'll show you here, let's see, what else did I want to show you? Oh yeah, one handy feature that is inside of LibreOffice by default that I'm not sure Word might have implemented this by now. I can't remember because I do most of my Word documents presently for work stuff on my Windows 7 computer, where I have a copy of Word over there, and I also have my Adobe suite. So the Adobe suite puts in a PDF printer into the Word document, so I always use that, which came from my Adobe software. So in this case here, though, without having to do anything extra out of the box, there's an export directly as a PDF option. So I can just save that right onto my desktop. So save it as a PDF file, and if I go back to my desktop, you'll see there is my PDF file. And it's viewing at 200% there. Let me go to 100 there. So you can see here that we have a nice PDF exported directly from the Writer program without having to worry about anything else. A lot of the shortcuts are the same. So if you check out the menus here, come down here, save is Control S, save as, Shift Control S. There's the print is Control P. You can do the printer settings, the print preview. I'm not sure if this is the same command in Word or not, but you'll see that there's a lot of the commands are much the same, and you can see what the commands are available as when you look at the menu items. So you can also notice here that this is not, some people think that Linux still looks like an old, 1990s operating system. This does not look bad at all. In fact, it looks very good, very modern. There are ways that you can make a dark theme implement over Windows and not. We can cover that in doing some theming type videos. But for the most part here, you can see you can put nice color, or if you like the plain black and white single icons, you can do that. If you like the colors, you can do that. And all of the features available here you can customize your own toolbars. If there's things up here you'll never use, you can come down here, customize the toolbar, and remove things that you'll never use. Let's see, I'm just finding an example of something here. I'm not usually inclined to include text boxes, so I'll get rid of those. If I do need a text box, I can go under the insert menu. So there, I got rid of the text box up there. Under the insert menu, though, I can find pretty much anything I'm looking for. There's your text box. So this has just been a very brief overview of the LibreOffice. So on Linux Mint and most distros where we will have the menus here under Office, the LibreOffice here will open up the main launcher to any of the systems. And then you'll see here that you have the database program, the calc is a spreadsheet, drawing, I believe this is, I forget exactly what the drawing is. I think it's like a vector-based program. Impress would be similar to like a PowerPoint, and then Writer, of course, similar to Word. And there's another one, I think I have it either turned off. Okay, there it is, LibreOffice Math. I actually just uninstalled and reinstalled the LibreOffice here recently, so that just showed up there under Education again. So this program here could very easily replace Word for the vast majority of Office document users. So there really isn't much need to pay for expensive software, especially since Word is going to an annual subscription type model as their preferred means. But I would definitely recommend going over to the LibreOffice Foundation and doing a little donation or a big donation, depending on how well that this works for you. I know for me that's really what helps to support them. Is you may not have to pay an annual fee, but if you got the extra money laying around and that's been helping you out, it's great for the foundation to get any of that. And of course, I'm not in any way affiliated with that organization, so I don't see any of that. But anyway, this program It definitely serves my need as I've been switching over to Linux. Don't even need to install any other programs, don't need any to purchase any Office suites, and I generally don't use like the online documents like Google unless I'm doing big collaboration projects, which I'll still use those for that. But for all my own personal documents, the books that I write are actually done on LibreOffice, and I think one of them, I think my other book I did mostly on OpenOffice, but LibreOffice is becoming more robust than that. So this has been Tom, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.